happening, guys? Welcome back to CS Coins. I'm going to be uploading a penny video today. I haven't uploaded a proper penny video in a while. This video is not going to be super polished or anything. I've just been kind of hunting pennies on the side here whenever I can, and I've just been finding so much like silver and uploading all these other videos that I just never got around to putting out any penny videos. But I've got a bunch of clips. I've got a few bag hunts that I've actually gone through. I haven't been able to film any wrap-ups or anything for the most part. There might be one or two in the video, but I've been moving through so much coins, like I just lost track of all the pennies that I found. I have them up in rolls somewhere or something. But I made some pretty cool finds recently looking through pennies, so I'm going to be showing you guys all of those. Lots of wheat pennies, some errors, lots of cool finds. So let's get into it. I think you guys will like the video here.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Rick Harrison. If there's one thing I've learned after never coin roll hunting in my life, it's you never know what's going to be in that bag. The best thing I can do is a frickin' wheat penny.
Hopefully you guys liked my little Rick Harrison impersonation there. Pretty cringy, but I thought it was kind of funny. So I've got a penny bag today. I haven't seen much on the outside, maybe a couple wheat pennies, but you know, you never know what's going to be in that bag. Like he said, could be some surprises. I did find gold in my last bag, so I'm going to get into it, and I will let you guys know if and when I find something cool. A little bit sketched out that I haven't found a wheat penny yet. Usually they start popping out in the first pile. But I do have a 77 here, and this thing looks like a brand new zinc penny. Pretty crazy condition on that. That is definitely BU, and I'll be holding on to it. I am kind of starting to wonder if this is some kind of collection dump. I do not find pennies like this often. I just found another uncirculated 77D. And there's a lot of nicer like 70s pennies if you just look around. And there's a whole lot of copper. I never find this much copper. I'd say probably like a good half of the pennies in the first pile have been copper so far. And it could even be more than that. Like I've been pulling them out left and right. I'm not going to show every one of these I find, but another nice 76D. Lots of really nice 70s pennies in this bag so far. I definitely think there's probably some kind of collection dump going on. So I'm not going to show every one of those, but I just wanted to give you guys a little update. There's a ton of copper in this bag, so I got my work cut out for me. I've just been hoarding all the copper. You guys definitely want to do that if you aren't doing it already. Copper pennies are worth about 3 cents a piece, whereas obviously face value is 1 cent for a penny. So keep your coppers, guys. There it is, pile number 2, and I'm going to have a wheat penny. This one looks like somebody gave Abe a little root canal or something there. 47D. Got some weird damage on it, but I'll take it. This was a nice little surprise. I was just rounding up some copper after finding that last wheat penny. And we've got another one here. This one is a 58D. Just a baby. Barely made it. Maybe this bag's going to turn out to be alright. This one's a little tough to see from this angle, but it's going to be another wheat penny. Pretty dirty. I don't think it'll be super old. Let's take a look. And I can't even really see a date on that. Looks like it's going to be 40s. I'll clean that up a little bit more and let you guys know if that's anything interesting. I don't think that's a steel cent, but I'm going to double check because it's got that little rusty color on the front. I can confirm now that it's just a really dirty 46, but wheat penny number 3. I'll take it. And just a little update on these 70s pennies. I'm finding a bunch of these blazers. I think I'm just going to pull all these that I can and probably just roll them up and, I don't know, maybe do a giveaway with it someday or hold on to them. I don't know. Just kind of cool to have those. I typically don't show Canadians unless they're old because I find a ton of them up here in Michigan. But this commemorative bird cent is looking pretty nice. It's got some weird toning on it. But the details on this are super sharp. So I think I'm going to pull this one aside. Pretty cool find. Can never flip these around the right way. I always want to turn them over like a US coin, and then I remember that it's not rotated the same way. But that's a nice one right there for sure. I just wanted to show you guys how much copper's in this bag. You gotta keep in mind a lot of those shiny ones, they're gonna be those like BU 70s pennies, but look at how dark all those are. That's a lot of copper. And if you guys want to check out my zinc discard pile, it's looking pretty minuscule for those 2 big piles, so lots of copper in here. If I don't find a ton of wheats, I'll still be happy. It's going to be a wheat in the next pile. It does look like a newer one. I'm assuming it's going to be 50s. And it's 40s. It's a 46. We already have one of those. But wheat penny number 4, I'll take that. Not going to complain. Other than just mountains and mountains of copper, this bag's been pretty uneventful. So finds like this are kind of cool. I got a nice tone 76D. Do not find a lot of toned pennies, so that one was pretty nice to have there. I'm going to go and set that one aside. Well, that's going to be a welcome sight on the next pile. And this is looking like an older wheat penny. If I were to guess, I would say I'm going to go with 30s on this one. Let's take a look. It's a 44. Pretty worn down on the reverse. That one had me tricked, but that's another one. Another wheat penny. I was not expecting a lot from this bag. I think I'm going to get a little more than I thought. I was thinking under 10 maybe. I think we're probably going to get over 10. So as usual, a whole lot of copper I got to sort through. It's going to take me forever. But look at all these uncirculated coppers adding up. I've found a whole lot so far, and I think they're going to keep showing up. So I'll let you guys know if there's anything else cool in this pile. This is why I don't hunt pennies very often. I mean, it's fun, but like sorting through this copper takes so long. Like it's kind of fun just, you know, searching dimes or half dollars where you're mainly looking for silver. You're not like sorting through every single individual coin. With pennies, there's so many of them. But I do like finding all the cool stuff that comes with it. So let's keep going. It's nice to see another wheat buried in all these coppered pennies here. This one is going to be a younger one, 1950-60. That is going to be wheat penny number 6. Got another 56 wheatie here. This one's going to be a bit of a blazer. That is not a bad looking wheat penny. It's pretty sharp. Got another wheat penny here. This one looks like it lost a fight with a BB gun. Abe's not looking so hot there. But that's another wheat. I will take that. I think we're approaching 10 at this point. So hopefully we can get 15 or so out of this bag. That would be pretty sweet. I have not uncovered it. All I know is we got King George in the house. Let's see what we got. This is an old Canadian cent. It's probably either going to be early 50s or 40s. Let's take a look. 44. It's pretty awesome. That's the equivalent of a Canadian wheat penny, pretty much. I'll take it. This pile is going to give us a wheat penny as well. Not too old, but it is another one, 1957. It's a pretty cool find right here. I found one of these before. I don't come by them too often, actually. I don't know if I don't notice them or what, but it's a grease strike through on the last digit of the date. I have one of these from the 90s, so it just says 199. This one just says 200, so that's kind of cool. You do not see toners like this one too often. This one is pretty cool. I usually don't keep many of the modern toners unless they're pretty nice, so I think I'm going to hold on to this one. Some really cool like purple and blue coloring on it. Got a couple finds right here. Let's go take a look. Gonna have a 72 cent, and it's got a counter stamp on it. I haven't found a counter stamp coin in a while, and it looks like it's gonna be the Masonic logo. I honestly do not know much about the Masons, but I recognize that logo. I've seen it on coins before. So that's kind of cool. Do not find a whole lot of counter stamps. And it is another not so old wheat penny, but it is a nice looking one. Got a 57D. I haven't seen the reverse. It's not a bad looking wheat penny. It's got some cool toning on the back there, so it's definitely a keeper. I just pulled out another handful from the bag. Getting close to the bottom here, but right off the bat, there's a wheat penny. And this one doesn't look super old. I'm thinking 40s maybe. Yep, 42S. Getting close to the end here. I just dumped out the rest of the pennies, but we do have a wheat right on top here. And this one does look kind of old. I'm thinking 30s or 20s. Let's take a look. 42. That sucks. That one did look a lot older. It's kind of worn, so that's a bummer. But I think that puts us at 11 or 12 wheat pennies, so looks like we've got a dime mixed in. I'm kind of bummed that it's not a silver one, but it's 9 cents profit, I guess. We're gonna have at least one more wheat in the bag. This one here is gonna be 57D. I think we found a few 57s so far. I'd like to break out of the 40s, hit the 30s or 20s, but if not, it is what it is. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to CS Coins. I'm back today with a penny bag. I actually have two. I'm not sure if I'll hunt them both for this video. We'll play it by ear and see if there's anything good in this bag. If it's not the best bag, then I'll open the second one. But cornhole hunting's been super rough lately. I'm not sure if you guys saw my message on the channel, but my tellers are telling me we're back in the coin shortage, so I've been, barely able to get anything at all. They won't give me boxes, and the customer apps, I can't get many of them, and when I do, they haven't been good. So I've probably been to the bank 10 times, like 10 different banks, without anything at all to show for it. But luckily I have this penny bag. I've had this one and another one for like probably over a month now. I've just been waiting to open them, but I think now is the right time. I definitely am not doing well with anything else, so without further ado, let's get into it and see if we can get lucky. Looks like we got a wheat penny pretty quick on the first handful. I'm not expecting anything too old. I'm assuming this is going to be 40s or 50s. Let's take a look. And it's a 56. I'll take it. Got my second wheat penny here. This one's still on that same first pile. This one's a 57D. I'm hoping we can get some old ones going here. Check this one out, guys. I thought it was just a discolored penny, but this is going to be what's called a Woody improper alloy mix, 1920. You can just tell by looking at it that it's got some like off colors on it, like a little bit of gold mixed in there. And a lot of times, like in the teens and the 20s with these kind of pennies, they wouldn't like properly mix everything together. So like since the copper wasn't mixed correctly, it's going to give you that a kind of weird like wood grain finish on it. So that is a sweet find right there. I'm glad to be on an old one. 1920, that's a sweet find right there. It's got a really nice 2009 Lincoln commemorative here. I typically only hold on to these if they're in pretty good shape, and this one looks to be, I would say, in mint state condition. There's a really nice looking coin there, so I'm going to definitely hold on to that. It's a cool find. I've got a second commemorative here from 2009. These are pretty fun to find. Like I said, no real value here, but maybe someday I'm sure they'll probably go up in value quite a bit. They're only minted for the 1 year, so pretty cool. These things are popping out left and right. I just got another one, the same design as the first one, and it looks like it's in pretty similar shape. I don't think I'll be recording every one of these that I find, but they are coming out pretty quick here. Glad to see it. I covered a couple more wheats here, so let's see what we got. This one's going to be a 53S, nothing special there. It is pretty worn. I don't think that's a strike through, but it's possible. Let's take a look. Yeah, I think it's probably just a ding in there, but I don't know. Doesn't look too convincing to me, but still a keeper. I think that puts us at 4 wheat pennies, and then we're going to have our fifth right here. This one is looking a little bit older. Let's see what we got. Oh, yeah. Broke into the 30s. I think 36 has a DDO. Pretty popular one, but this doesn't look doubled to me. I'll have to check it out closer later, though. But it's pretty sweet. There's some older wheat pennies in here, so I'm hoping that trend continues. I just dumped the rest of the pennies onto the pile. It's still a lot of the bag, but I didn't actually have a bag to put my discards in. I'm just throwing the zincs back. I'm keeping the copper and everything. So right as I dumped the rest of the bag, these caught my eye. I've got a King George, which is pretty cool. This one's in good shape too. This one is a 45. It's got some luster on it a little bit, it looks like, so that's pretty cool. And then I got a 47D wheat penny. So this has not been a bad bag so far, and we're not too far into it. Got a massive pile of pennies here now, so it's going to be fun picking through it, and I hope we can keep these finds rolling. Got another wheat penny here. This one is another known year for DDOs, 1941. I don't see anything jumping out at me though, so I think it's just going to be normal, but got some weird staining on the back. I will take another wheat penny though. It's not going to be a wheat, but I do have another old Canadian. This one is a 1947. I don't think it's going to have the maple leaf variety, which is kind of a bummer, but still pretty cool King George scent here. I will definitely take that. So I uncovered a few more finds here. I've got a wheat penny here, reverse facing. Don't know how old that one is. This one here looks a little bit newer. I'm thinking 50s or 40s. And lastly, we might have an older Canadian here. This could be 64 all the way to like, I'd say mid 50s. I think the King George cent ended in 52 maybe. So it's probably 53 or up to 64. So we'll reveal that one first. It does look a little bit worn. And that is a 58, so I'll hold on to that. I keep the same ears as wheat penny ears for these Canadians. So we'll add that to our keepers, and let's reveal this one next. Yep, as I suspected, it is 50s. Hopefully this one's a little bit older. It doesn't look too old to me, but I think it could be at least 40s. Yep, 46. All right. Hopefully there are some teens Wheaties in here. I'd like to get my hands on some really old ones, so I'm going to keep digging into these, and I will show you guys when I get my next find. I believe I've got a pretty nice error here on this zinc set 1989. I'm going to try to zoom in and get a nice close-up for you guys. To me, that looks like a lamination crack under Liberty. And I'm not sure if the raised parts near Lincoln are going to be zinc blisters or die cracks. I'm not too sure on that. It does look like there's some kind of like actual crack going through Lincoln's ear though. I think this is definitely some kind of error. I'm not sure if like this bubbling near his head, like I said, is a zinc blister or, you know, something better than that. But I'll try to find out for you guys. It's definitely cool, whatever it is. Nothing going on in the reverse, unfortunately, but it's a pretty cool find. I was hoping to get some cool errors today, so that is definitely going in the keeper pile. It's been a while sitting in this big pile before we found another wheat penny, but we do have another one here. I think it's going to be a more modern one again, and it is a 5060. Gonna have to work at it to keep going through this pile. It's an enormous pile of pennies, but I think there should be some more finds in here, so I'm going to keep at it, and I will see you guys on the next find, hopefully. This is a bit of a bummer. I'm pretty sure I've got a strike through here on a 2020 cent, but it's got the ring of death. That is pretty unfortunate. I don't find many good strike throughs, and this one, pretty sure it is. I think if there were a big ding, you'd see something on the reverse, and it just doesn't look... it looks like pretty natural on the coin. It doesn't look like it was harsh at all. Looks like something was stamped there onto the coin. So I'm gonna do my research a little bit and try to confirm this one for you guys, but I'm pretty sure that's gonna be a strike through. Pretty cool, even though it's got the ring of death. I just found this beautiful 62. It almost looks like a proof. It's so shiny. So that is a pretty cool find, guys. You don't find early 60 cents like that too often. I think I've got another modern penny error here. This one's a 2021. And you can see below like the I in pluribus, it looks like there's a die chip on the shield. Also going through the R and the I in pluribus, I think that could be a strike through debris error. Not as significant as the one, losing focus. There we go. Not as significant as the 2020 I found, but I think that is a strike through. You would think it would like screw up the letter if it wasn't, but you can still see the R and the I just fine. Does not look like damage to me, but I'm no error expert. I'm gonna pull it aside though, because that definitely is a die chip on the shield. I haven't seen anything like that quite yet. It looks like there's some die chips on the shield above pluribus as well, so I will probably run this one under the scope later just to get a better look at it, but I will definitely hold on to that one. It's been a while since I've had an old penny, but we are going to have a wheat here. Let's take a look at how old it is. It's going to be a 1940. All right, I'm hoping there's some more in here. I've got a pretty old looking Queen Elizabeth cent. I would say this is going to be older than 60s. Let's take a look. And it is a 56. Cool, I'll be holding on to that one. Got another cool Canadian cent here. This one I already checked out the reverse. It's not as old as I would have liked, but still a beautiful Canadian red cent. You do not find them in this shape very often. All right, that's a wrap for bag one. We had some pretty good finds, but I want to make this a 2-bag video. I want it to be pretty exciting. So we're going to get into this one, and I will show you guys when I get my first find. We're having quite the day for old Canadian coins here. We've got a King George penny. It's probably going to be from the 40s, maybe early 50s. Let's take a look. And that is going to be an early 50s cent, 51. I always keep, I think I said this earlier, the equivalent of Canadian wheat pennies, so 58 and below. So that is definitely a keeper to start us out, and a pretty cool find right off the bat. I'm thinking I either got a proof here or a polished penny. It's definitely got a more reflective surface than it should. I would say this could very well be an impaired proof. It's got that really nice mirrored finish on it, even though it's pretty dirty. So I'm going to pull that one aside. I'll try to clean off those scuffs a little bit, just wipe them off and see if we can figure out for sure. Just a couple of finds I thought I'd show here. I've got a 1994 with a pretty big die chip in the 9. It almost covers the whole like circular area up top there. So that's pretty cool. And I just thought I'd point this out. Somebody had messed around with glue with this. I see a lot of people thinking these are errors because they got the impression of another coin. But that's going to be like two coins that were glued on top of each other, and that's the glue residue right there. So just a little tip for anybody out there that is unsure of what this kind of thing is. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be some kind of glue job. Somebody just messing around with some coins. So I will actually... There's a wheat penny right there. Let's see what that is. 41. I don't see any doubling, but I will check that out later. Hopefully there's more of those in there. I've got a couple more old Canadians here. I don't know why I'm finding so many of these, but I got a 58 young head here. And then I saw a little further in the bag. We've got a 1952 right there, so let's check that out. It's going to be a King George. Awesome. I will take that. Those are some nice finds. Looks like we're gonna have quite a few more old Canadians off the bat than we are wheat pennies. I think this is 4 or 5 at this point. We got a 57 young head. I think we only have 1 wheat penny, so we got to catch up on those old American coins. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Finally warming up. We got 2 wheat pennies here, both reverse facing. Let's see what we have here. 57D. Nothing too exciting there. Let's see about this one. 1950D. Too bad that wasn't a nickel. That would be a tough date to find. But I'm hoping there's something older in here. There's definitely a lot of copper, which is pretty nice. I'm filling up my copper bag down here. It's getting pretty heavy. But hopefully we can keep them coming. You know, I've got amazing eyes when it comes to spotting things in the bag, and I do see 2 wheat penny obverses here. I got a 1944. Oh, where'd that go? All right, right here. And then a little further in the bag, I think I'm seeing a 45. Yep. All right, sweet. The wheat pennies are picking up, and that was just moving some coins around. There very well could be some in this pile, and I'm willing to bet there's some left in the bag down there. I thought our luck was out here, but it looks like the fun will continue. We've got another wheat penny here, 50/70. I'm not sure if that's some grease-filled dye going on the back with the O, but regardless, it is a wheat penny. And I'm hoping we can get some more. Actually, what have we got here? Looks like we got a foreign right here. This one is a 10 euro coin. 2000. Cool. I'll take it. You're going to have one last wheat penny at the bottom of the pile here. Let's see what we got. Just 58D. We got quite a few wheat pennies in these couple bags though, and I'm pretty happy with what we found. So I will see you guys on the wrap up. I do not think there's going to be anything left in that little pile there. That's going to do it for the 2 penny bags today. I was a little disappointed with the amount of wheat pennies I got. I mean, 18 out of 2 bags is not the best, but I did get some cool finds. $3.40 in dimes. Can't go wrong with that. No silver, unfortunately, there. I'd say my best find, or at least my favorite find, is this 1920 Woody penny. I have found a few like early wheat pennies that have that wood grain effect from the mixing error. I got a 36, and the rest are all common 40s and 50s, nothing too crazy. As far as the Canadians, I got 8 older ones, the oldest being 45 all the way up to a 58. And then down here, this one I'm not sure. That's either a scratch or a strike through debris, I'm thinking. I got a potential proof right here, 67. I pulled this Canadian aside. It's just in fantastic shape. 63. Got a die chip over the 9 in 1994 in this one. Pulled aside this really nice 62. I'm pretty certain that this is going to be a strike through. And this is a pretty cool one right over the date, so I was happy with that. It's got the Ring of Death, but it's still a nice find. This one looks like it's got some grease strike through going on. We're missing the last part of the date there. Not sure what's going on here. It looks like potentially a die crack. This I think is a not a lamination. I think it's blistering from the zinc all in here, but I did see like a little, I don't know if the camera will be able to pick it up. There's like a crack below Liberty. I'm pretty sure that's a lamination crack. So I think there's some kind of error going on with that one. I'm going to hold on to it. And we got the 10 euro cent right here. That was cool to find, 2000. I love finding all these different foreigns that I've never found before. I'm just piling them up and making a little collection out of those. So those were all of the main finds. I did come across quite a few of the commemorative Lincoln cents as well. So it's a ton of work sorting the copper and the zinc. It takes me hours. So I don't know if I'll be doing this kind of video again for a while. I didn't get the results I was hoping for in these bags, unfortunately, but hopefully you guys like this hunt. We did end up with some cool finds. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please feel free to give me a like, give me a comment, subscribe if you want to see future coin roll hunts, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good day.